Pinion seal parts. 4676A. That will get you this guy right here. That's what I was cleaning that mating surface for, was where this goes. And then you got the slinger, or whatever, I think they call it the slinger, whatever they call it. That goes onto the actual hub that presses in. You just pop that on, it just goes on there. New nut, you might as well do that. And I'm not gonna use the shim. We'll use the old shim, it's fine. So let's grab all this stuff, get underneath the truck, get it on. Now underneath here, there's a lot of thought on preload on the bearing. Done a whole bunch of them, and honestly, the torque is so tight that you just give her hell. And as long as you watch when the hub goes pressing in and when you're tightening it up, you want the bearing to be seated in the race. This bearing right here needs to be seated up in there. Like right now, see, you can move this. You'll have a little bit of play to be able to pull it back towards you, push the bearing in that way while you're pulling this back a little bit, and it'll seat up. And then we can put, get the seal set up there and tighten it up. But the hub is what actually holds the bearing. So you just kind of get the bearing in there for now, and then the seal goes in. And then we'll use the hub to get that bearing seated. Make sure that Fimoco is on top. Now I use the old nut to push the pinion back on, push the flange. And then we'll pull that off, and then I'll put another new nut on it. Right there, rain it on. I haven't even looked at the backside yet. How's the backside look? Absolutely freaking beautiful. Okay, so I ran that on with the old one, and honestly, I just ran this impact and let her eat. Now, it was all the science about preload would apply if we had a new bearing. Okay, so I got the flange on now. See, I greased it all up. Go ahead and brake clean that all out, because this is pretty much external now. So we'll put the pinion nut on. And I've done it. I've tried torquing it. I've tried doing so many things, and I don't know how many I've done, but I've done a crap load of these. And the last 100 or so I've done, that's the noise you listen for when you're done. You don't want to you do that with the new nut. So we put the old nut to press it on, that way you're not fighting it, and then throw the new nut on to hold it. And we're good to go. Okay, so that's done. Let's put the drive shaft on. Do the other side and put the cover on it and fill it with fluid. The blue Loctite drive shaft bolts. I blue Loctite all of those. Drive shaft done. Come over to the other side. I try to stay on the creeper. I'm just wheeling around the truck. Blow down in here too and get all this stuff out. All that. A little bit, blow it a little bit, and eventually everything is clean.
Okay, well now I have this stuff drying. Pretty sure that matches Ron's paint color. And that drying.
Oh, come on. Okay. That one came out, the other one didn't. I mean, I could probably squeeze it together. It's spinning down there in the bottom.
Oh.
That's spinning. Actually, give me the vice grip so I could probably squeeze it together.
So just like the other one, we'll measure it.
So this is 60 and 13/16.
Okay.
It's an eyeball type of thing. I mean, we'll just throw it in there, and I mean, we're getting alignment. There's a couple of different ways. I mean, I used to align with string. I used to do all kinds of stuff. But, yep, 60 and 13/16.
Yep.
From center to center. Both these are square. So I can find 15. Which 15?
Oh yeah, we need a 15. Okay, he's picking me up off the ground.
That one came loose.
I got that.
I got that right there. You can grab it from side to side. I'm just hoping that I don't have to grab it here. I don't want to grab it here.
Yeah. One of the big wrenches. We have a whole brand new tub of grease.
I mean, messing around with this, caked the heck out of it. We wire brushed it out with a little nut driver over there.
And blew it out with the blowgun.
And now just KO crap load of grease in there. It'll spin very, very easily.
Hopefully. And we put some grease on that too. And we'll put some grease on that.
This is rust prevention right here. So
Dirt collecting rust
the
prevention.
more you put on, the merrier. Oh, except I probably should have.
Wiped off your hand.
Yeah. I got it all done and running. They're in there driving it around. And so I put Ultra Black, double redundant. I've had good luck with it. I smear Ultra Black all over the mating surface, then go ahead and put a gasket in it, and then smear Ultra Black on the other mating surface. This is very, very common to leak. I mean, these rear diffs, they just, if you don't get it just right, they will freaking leak. You got one bolt.
Yeah, here's one.
Touch it to it. Right in. Another one. Put all the bolts in until I just barely see sealant start to ooze out.
He's got the hand ratchet.
See, I'll spin these around until I just start to see some come out. This is not something that I'm gonna fill up instantly. I don't do it like that. Right there, see how it started this?
Yes.
And then hold this tab down because these tabs get spun all the damn time. I'd like them to sit right there. See how it started to ooze out?
Yep.
That means that it's making contact. And so now I want to let sealant cure. You tighten this thing down right as soon as you put all of it on. And all you're going to do is smash all the sealant out. If we work it like this and take about a half hour to tighten all this up, then you actually have cured sealant in the joint right here. Rather than you just tighten it all down right now. All the sealant smashes out and you got a thin skin of sealant. So I'll work it down, come back, tighten it a little bit more until it starts to ooze out. Tighten it a little bit more until it starts to, and before you know it, you'll snug it all the way down and it's just perfect. We tore it all the way apart. When I locked the hub in, horrible grinding noise when the hub actually started spinning. Silent, okay, it's all good. So what I am seeing right now, I am absolutely unimpressed with the latest revision of Ford's vacuum seal. There was no reason to change this, and they did. Something was freaking grinding on this seal. That figures. Look at it, it's different. I mean, this is way different than the other one. Yeah, see? Something about that lip right there. See, that it's gone now. It's not on the new one. And I put that thing on there and I was very unimpressed. You think maybe I didn't have this on there, but look, no, that's not it. This is a completely different seal. This space right here is bigger than this space. They changed the seal, and this is the very, very first time I've ever seen this seal. The Spicer still sells them. Hell, National sells them. O'Reilly sells them.
We did a lot of Nationals.
No, that's what I would always put on, honestly. I'd never really, so I'm fairly upset right now.
Maybe we'll have to go find a National seal, which we don't have any here.
I don't hear any grinding out of that one. My hands are all nasty.
We'll show you.
I'm gonna give you this picture right here, and you guys go look at your truck. Your truck is different than that. And that is installed right there. That's done. Look at how much is left. I mean, it's just, I just don't know what to say. I mean, are we gonna take all of it back apart and trash both these seals? What a freaking drag. Sometimes I just really get sick and tired of these freaking parts. I mean, damn. Every time somebody makes a revision of a freaking part, well, I guess we do find out. Obviously, something was done wrong. I did it right on one and wrong on the other. Something inside the seal grinding. I kind of got a little gung-ho when I heard it. I locked the hub in and I turned it and I heard the grinding and I got gung-ho and just ripped it all back apart. Because I was like, well, you know, it was freaking hard to get in. Maybe I screwed up inside the axle. But then when I took it out and I spun it and it's all freaking golden, it's all good from here in. It's only when I put that vacuum seal on, everything turns to crap. Damn it. So I did shoot in some grease to the ABS hole, and you can see right here how it pushes it out the back. I'm gonna go and clean this off because once we run it, it's probably gonna have just a little bit more coming out, probably a lot more, I don't know. But we're gonna put that vacuum seal back in because the four-wheel drive is one thing. We don't really have to mess with any alignment stuff for four-wheel drive, and my main concern right now is getting this freaking alignment done. We already are behind the ball. I mean, I don't even know if I want to use the other freaking vacuum seal. I mean, we'll find out for sure once we start trying to actually vacuum. Well, All I did was put the vacuum seal back in. I must have been too far that way, 'cause I've never had anything like that happen before. But obviously, I got the hub locked in. I got it in now. Drive shaft spinning. That's spinning. What a drag. We're gonna go ahead and do this so we're gonna drive this tonight. Well, that's promising though. At least I know there's nothing going on inside of the freaking differential. Did something wrong, obviously. Cost us some time. I mean, we gotta go get it seals any freaking way, so we might as well use this time to get the tie rods all straightened out, because that's really all I give it about. Getting this bar set up so that we got our alignment right. Generally, we don't have any issues with toe or anything like that, of course, but we do have the leveling kit. But I just really wanted the steering to be straight. The upper one only adjusts the steering wheel. This is the one that tears your tires up. Well, you get no damage from that. You can have it any damn way you want. Doesn't even matter. Well, kind of. You won't be able to turn as far if you have it wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back together. Let's button it up. Let's keep going and just put that in our memory. We gotta bare minimum yank this one back out and put an actual Spicer Dana vacuum seal. And I hate to think that we're gonna wind up putting a vacuum seal in that one too. That freaking bums me out because it's already all together. Tried to do by putting Ford parts in it. We bought all this stuff from Ford, and that, yeah, I'm not a fan of those new seals. Not a fan of their oil coolers. Honestly, we're about to the point where we're not a fan of anything from Ford. I mean, injectors.